1. Yo, what is going on, guys? NRUK Racing League here, and today we are back for the second race of the BP Truck Series season. And today it's the Dr. Pepper 200 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway then. Without further ado, let's run through your starting lineup. So your pole set is the 68 of Keith Ramirez, to his outside is the 41 of Jerry Jackson, then you have the 63 of Howard Adams, the 9 of Calvin Moss, the 05 of Neil Galloway, the 66 of Lucas Graves, the 02 of Otis Norris, the 43 of Harry Schneider, the 36 of Gregory Ross, then the 17 of Brandon Lee, the 92 of Stephen Davis, the 14 of Dewey Goodman, the 86 of Juan Alexander, the 51 of Danny Lloyd, the 71 of Tom Moore, and then you have the 28 of Elijah Murray, the 59 is Jimmy Martinez, then the 58 is Ramon Vargas, you have the 75 of Gustavo Arocha, and the 19 of Richard Murphy. Then we have the 07, that is Thomas Kelly, and the 22, which is Earl Jenkins. Then we have the 98, that is Manny Salado, with the 23 of Anthony Flores, and the 1 of Philip Coleman, to his outside the 44 of Thomas Bell. Then inside is the 00 of Aaron Price, he is second in points right now, to his outside the 6 of Rufus Barrett. Then we have the 2 of James Stavelito, the 4 of Jake Galloway, the 78 of Carlos White, the 11 of Emmanuel Sherman, the 33 of Joe Frank, the 88 of Nathan Ormond, the 8 of Todd Edwards, the 49 of Bob Hunter, the 18 of Scott Watson, who is your points leader and won last week's race, the Furniture 0250. To his outside is the 81 of Sylvester Curry, then the 13 of Alan Gray, then the 21 of Diego Yepes, the 29 of Larry Wood, and then the 50 of Jacob Mitchell. Here we go then, let's get on the Dr. Pepper 200 at Atlanta. Been very interesting to see the first race at Atlanta in the NRUK series, to see what happens, how the track is going to handle light, and who's going to run out the winner here in the truck series. Keith Ramirez and Jerry Jackson are on your front row, but anyone's race, anyone can win it. Around turn 4 then, the pace truck leads the field of 42 down a start line. It pulls down into the pit lane, coming to the line. Green flag, we're racing at Atlanta in the trucks. Keith Ramirez looks to get a pretty solid start in that 68 truck, and it pulls out front of the 41 of Jerry Jackson, but Howard Adams and Neil Galloway are down there on the inside lane. Coming through turn 4, it looks like the 63 of Howard Adams is going to lead the first lap at Atlanta. Neil Galloway now moves up to the middle lane. That could allow Otis Norris in the 02 truck to grab the lead here at Atlanta. Gregory Ross in the 36 is there, as well as Stephen Davis in the 92. He will now go to the lead, pushed by Juan Alexander and Thomas Kelly. Leading this lap, it is going to be there's 92 of Stephen Davis, but Juan Alexander will push out front. Manny Salado in behind him, with Philip Coleman and James Stabolito there as well. Alexander Lowe blocking well. He's had a solid lap here as the 86 truck, and the front lane starting to pull a few trucks away right now. But they're all jostling for position back there in the pack. The 78 goes down on the apron. Did he get squeezed down there? But right down to the apron goes the 78 of Carlos White. And an interesting move there from that truck. Maybe a few issues, but Juan Alexander here is leading on pretty well right now. Down there though, Carlos White and Emmanuel Sherman looking to challenge, as well as Todd Edwards and Alan Gray. And there's a caution. The caution is out. There's been a spin on the front stretch. Harry Schneider involved. Lucas Graves Ramon Vargas, Richard Murphy, Danny Lloyd, Tom Warham, and a big wreck. Oh, big wreck here. Philip Coleman has gone around as well. A wreck here on lap 5 in the Dr Pepper 200. Let's go check it out and what happened. Right, we found out what happens here. If you look, Danny Lloyd in the 51, Aaron Price in the 00, and the 22 of Earl Jenkins. Lucas Graves, they get 4 wide there. Jenkins squeezes Price up the track, and Lloyd just gets turned straight into Murphy, and it's a hard link for Richard Murphy and Lucas Graves, and then Schneider spins around and gets into the wall. Vargas gets a bit of the damage. I'm not sure about Warham, whether he got anything. But yeah, a hard link there. Jerry Jackson also got a lot of damage in the 41 truck. There. If you look, he just gets turned into the wall. Saves it pretty well, but that's a hard link for the 19 truck. Hopefully he's alright because of that. Let's go on board. See what happened with the 19. Because that was a pretty hard link for Richard Murphy. Here we go, and let's see what happened. You can see he has no idea what's coming. He just gets absolutely turned into the wall there. A very, very hard link. Let's go on board with the 43 of Harry Schneider. See what he saw. So this happened in front of him, and I think he just got caught up by Lloyd, got spun into the wall. A few little bumps and hits here. Graves went spinning. I just want to see what happened with the one of Philip Coleman. It's actually on the high side here. What happened to him? Because he was quite out, almost at the front there, with Manny Salado was up there, 13th. In fact, let's see what happened to him. Because all the other cars spinning down to the inside, so slowing down. What happened here then? Oh, Sylvester Curry pushes Calvin Moss up the track and collects Philip Coleman and Thomas Kelly. Did something break in the 81 car? I'll have to have a look at that again. So look, the 81 of Sylvester Curry. Who's down on the low side here. Just drives up the track, collects Moss. Kelly goes in the wall. Coleman goes in the wall. See, did anything just break? Don't know. Very unusual though from Sylvester Curry. He just went up the track there. See what the 9 car saw, and then we'll get down to pit stops. Calvin Moss though, also involved here. Look, Curry just pushes him up the track, and in the wall they go. Very interesting. Anyway, your leader, I believe, is the 11 of Emmanuel Sherman, who will lead you back to the yellow. Sherman is your leader. But yeah, just a horrible, well, not horrible, so to speak, but a crash early on in the race. Who's going to come down the pit road? It's Sherman, Juan Alexander, Todd Edwards, Jabe Stavelito, Carlos White. And it looks like they're all going to stay out. Even the cars that got spun out in that second incident. Oh, who's coming down? Someone was coming down the pits there. It was the 98 of Manny Salado. Maybe got some damage from that. You got to think that was the most likely reason why he is coming down to the pits. A lot of the cars with damage are. Anyway, we'll see you when we get back to the restart. Here we go then. Coming back to the restart. And it looks like out of the race, I think Richard Murphy is out. Philip Coleman's 2 laps down. And I think the 58 of Ramon Vargas and the 51 of Danny Lloyd also potentially could be out. I don't know why it doesn't show up on here. Anyway, we come to the restart. Emmanuel Sherman is your leader. Second, Juan Alexander. Third, Todd Edwards. Fourth, James Stabilito. And fifth, Carlos White. Of course, Coleman 2 laps down. When they come back to the restart, green flag's back out. We're back racing at Atlanta. And Sherman got a good jump on the 86. Just pulled away a bit here at the head of the field. And this 4-car pack seems to have pulled away here. Sherman, Alexander, Edwards and Stabilito. Juan Alexander will go down towards the inside now. Looking for the race lead. Juan Alexander is your new leader here in the Dr. Pepper 200. Todd Edwards and James Stabilito following close in behind. Then heading that pack just behind them is the 29 Larry Wood and I think it was the 81 of Sylvester Curry, but Todd Edwards now, down to the low side, will come to lead. And over the line it goes, Todd Edwards, but on the challenge from Stabilito and Wood. Anthony Flores down there as well, Joe Frank. A lot of cars have now rejoined, now there's a bit of a pack again. Stabilito out front. Blocks low from the challenge from Flores and Frank. Neil Galloway is down there as well. Calvin Moss down on the inside. Not Calvin Moss. Gregory Ross. Ross Moss, you know, got it mixed up. Anyway, the 33 of Joe Frank is now your new leader. But the 50 of Jacob Mitchell and the 6 of Rufus Barrett looking to challenge low. Joe Frank continues to lead out front. But Rufus Barrett will be your new leader. Alan Gray and Otis Norris down there as well. Gustavo Rocha, Dewey Goodman also looking for the lead. Oh, and there's a lap car. Lucas Graves, the lap car. Going to cause a lot of trouble here. Rufus Barrett gets away from the pack. But they've all had to stack up. And the 66 has held up a lot of cars there. We know this is a... You know, this problem generally occurs. The yellow flag is out. Flores has spun. Edwards involved. Sherman. All the leaders. All because of one lapped car. Rufus Barrett leads us back. He's slow as well. But he will be your leader. And just stupid driving from the 66. We've only got 5 laps left. I think it might either be the race or a 1 lap shootout to decide it. We'll have to see what happens, but first let's check out what happens here in the wreck. Surprisingly enough, I don't know if this was caused by that car. It doesn't look like it. Maybe some trucks had to check up, but if you see it, 4 wide. Edwards, Alexander, Stabilito and Mitchell go 4 wide. They just collide, go up the track. Flores gets turned into the wall. Edwards and Flores get the worst of that. Everyone else gets passed by a small 2-car incident. Don't think much else happened, but yeah, that car, look how many cars this holding up. Yeah, Rufus Barrett makes it back first. Let's see what happens. Will it be a 1 lap shootout? Let's find out. Here they come then, down the backstretch. A 3 lap shootout to decide who's going to win the Dr. Pepper 200. Potentially putting themselves into the chase as well. As you can see, there's 39 cars left. Philip Coleman's 2 laps down. Lucas Graves, who held up the field there, is a lap down. I don't think they'll catch him around this time though. But it's Barrett, Jimmy Martinez, Alan Gray, Otis Norris and Dewey Goodman, your top 5. Who is going to prevail here? Atlanta. A 3-lap shootout to decide it all. If a caution comes out, then the race is over. Green flag, we're back racing. Barrett spun the tyres, did not get a good start. Martinez looking low, Alan Gray looking high. Whether no one could get down and have enough pace to overtake there. Here comes Martinez down to the low side with Dewey Goodman and Nathan Ormond. Jimmy Martinez continues to lead out front. White flag is out. This is the last lap. It's a 2-lap shootout to decide it. White flag here at Atlanta. To the low side, Nathan Ormond. Well, I completely caught that up, but Nathan Ormond down to the inside in the 88 for 4Sport. The 88 truck. Is Gregory Ross going to challenge? It doesn't look like it. Coming out of turn 4. Nathan Ormond wins the Dr. Pepper 200 at Atlanta. Well timed from the 88 team. They get another win here in the Truck Series. And Nathan Ormond is going to go to victory lane at Atlanta. I completely mucked that up with my lap counting. Sorry, I apologise for that. But congratulations to Nathan Ormond. He ran a good race. Now let's go check out your finishing results. Here are your finishing results then for the Dr. Pepper 200 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, first was Nathan Ormond in the 88, who led 1 lap, and that's what I needed to lead. Gregory Ross finishes 2nd, Larry Wood 3rd, Joe Frank 4th, and Dewey Goodman rounds out your top 5. Then you have the 75 of Gustavo Arocha, the 59 of Jimmy Martinez, the 50 of Jacob Mitchell going from 42nd to 8th. Neil Galloway finishes 9th. Rufus Barrett 10th. And 11th we have the 4 of Jake Galloway. 12th is the 13 of Alan Gray. 13th is the 02 of Otis Norris. Earl Jenkins finishes 14th. And Stephen Davis finishes 15th. Diego Pez comes home in the 16th position. Scott Watson finishes 17th. Howard Adams 18th, Brandon Lee 19th, and Thomas Bell 20th. Then Bob Hunter finishes in 21st, James Stabilito 22nd, Calvin Moss 23rd, Juan Alexander 24th, Sylvester Curry 25th, Emmanuel Sherman 26th, Tom Borum 27th. Why does it say 71st there? Manny Salado 28th, Elijah Murray 29th, Carlos White finishes 30th, Aaron Price 31st, Thomas Kelly finishes 32nd, your pole sitter Keith Ramirez finishes 33rd, Jerry Jackson in 34th, Anthony Flores 35th, Harry Schneider 36th, Todd Edwards 37th, Lucas Graves 38th, and Philip Coleman finishes 39th. And then your retired cars were Danny Lloyd in 40th, Ramon Vargas in 41st, and Richard Murphy in 42nd. Let's go check out the standings. Here are the standings, and I'll run through the top 10, and I'll give you just a general look of where everyone else is. So, first in the standings is Rufus Barrett in the 6th, Scott Watson drops a place to 2nd, Stephen Davis is 3rd, Alan Gray 4th, Nathan Ormond, who picks up a win, comes home in 5th. Jacob Mitchell finishes 6th, Bob Hunter 7th, James Stabilito is now in the 8th position, and Joe Frank 9th, and Jimmy Martinez is 10th. Run through the rest of the field. Sylvester Curry, who had that incident, is 20th. Your Pez 21st. Who else there? Manny Salado 26th. Jake Galloway 30th. He's not had a good start. Danny Lloyd's had a poor start. Richard Murphy. And finally, bottom of the standings, Ramon Vargas with only 93 points. Poor guy. Anyway, have enjoyed some fantastic Truck Series action here at Atlanta. Please like, please subscribe. This has been on NRUK, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.